Hello and welcome to another video from the Fantasy Legion. I've got Sean and me again. We're doing the 2020 player profiles.
Really enjoying these profiles. If you haven't seen them, please go back and look at some of the other ones. They really do help. Hopefully, we both give you what our thoughts are, and that'll help you when you come to draft, whether it helps you make up your mind one way or the other. Hopefully, that's the idea behind the player profile videos.
Okay, we've got an interesting one today. This player's going above Odell Beckham, Austin Eckler, AJ Brown. He's a tight end.
Right. Oh, God. Right. Okay. Yep.
Mark Andrews.
Yeah. Okay.
He's going at ADP of 24.
Yeah, it's mental.
What do you make of that?
No, I'm not buying any tight ends. No, I'm buying no tight ends at that price. The reason is simple. Last year, if you've any doubt, every year there are one or two tight ends every year that are above the pack, and then there's normally a chasing pack of two or three. Mark Andrews had a great year, but he was in the sort of chasing pack. No tight end scored above 150 last year in fantasy points in standard, which is appalling. And you're paying an ADP of 24 for this man's services. That means, no matter what way you look, in a small league, okay, early third, but generally in most leagues, you're talking a second round pick for a tight end. You want 180 fantasy points. Give me a tight end today, even Kittle or Kelsey, that absolutely you're sure is going to smash 180, because you can't be. So if you're not sure that they're going to smash...
Kelsey didn't last year.
No. So if you can't be sure they're going to smash that 180, you already put yourself on the back foot. And I don't even want to hear about tight end scarcity of position, because there's no such thing. There's not enough points in the position to worry about it. Now, maybe Mark Andrews kicks on and maybe he proves that he's going to be this player for all the seasons. Maybe he is the next Kittle or Kelsey. But that's what you're gambling on if you take him there at this price.
Yeah, he has to step up again.
He has to deliver. I'm not buying
Lamar
that.
Jackson has to have the same. I mean, he threw less than any other quarterback last year.
Well, also, he benefited from a very high touchdown.
Yeah, 9% or something, or 12% of his throws went for touchdowns.
So I'm again very wary that that's unsustainable. Now, I know that they're a great offense, Baltimore, and I appreciate that this guy's going to have another opportunity to shine. I'm not saying there isn't enough opportunity. There is. It's just you're paying a very high price in an offense, actually, that isn't. It's not like with Kelsey. Kelsey is a real focal point of the Kansas City offense, a real focal point, and he gets a lot of looks. I mean, if you look at the production, he's often looked at over 20% of the time. Looks come to him. Mark Andrews, you can't say the same in Baltimore. There are a lot of other targetable weapons here, including the quarterback, who's is very heavily focused on the ability to escape the pocket. And I believe what's going to happen is more teams are going to focus in on that pocket. This year, they're going to try to corral him a little bit and force the throws to certain areas of the field as the game, I think, this year for defenses to set up. And I honestly believe that it's not about spying. When it comes to this quarterback, you can't spy him. But what you want, I do apologise about the background noise. That's a phone going off. Isn't that typical? I can't stop it. I can't stop it. That's him now phoning in. It's Mark Andrews phoning into us.
Yeah,
Sorry, Mark.
He's not happy with your. He's not happy with your.
He said, "Look, it's the greatest showman. He's not happy with my thoughts." So so that's my view on him. It's too difficult. It's too difficult for him to repeat, and I'm not buying. Not buying that.
ADP of 24 is madness. How can you take him above like AJ Brown, Austin Eckler, Beckham, even if Beckham's your cup of tea? But I just don't get it. I don't know why experts keep doing it. It just baffles me completely to put a tight end, not even probably a top 3 tight end in my opinion. He's got to step up. They don't throw a lot. Yes, he's a safety blanket. He's got had a year to look at what Baltimore have been doing. So
yeah, he's got one chance where it could, maybe, there is one area of all of this where maybe he benefits, but this is hugely risky, because our belief is that what teams will do is, let's say, they'll corral the quarterback, and this will be about not attacking him, but kind of put in positions where he can't run out without being tackled. So you corral him into a kind of a larger pocket, limiting him to run down the sidelines or through the middle. And what that does is forces him more to throw. Now, that doesn't mean it's effective, but Tennessee showed a blueprint, I think, is kind of the way to do it, because that certainly had an impact on him. I really do think that's the way to do it. So I think teams will have looked at this. Now, they haven't had time to work on it as much as they normally would. So that's one thing in his benefit. The main beneficiary maybe at Matt Andrews, maybe, because a lot of the balls may have to come down the seams. But that's a huge ask because you have to see a quality and a tight end to adapt to the play. Only one of them, I feel, has that capability at the top of the tree, and that's Kelsey. I think Kittle's learning the craft very quickly. He's very close. But those are the two, the only two that I would trust to be able to do that. So,
I mean, you're kind of banking on basically him being basically the receiver one with the Ravens. You're banking on no sort of drop-off after the great season they've had last year. You're banking on Lamar Jackson completing the same number of ludicrous passes that he managed to complete last year, the percentage-wise. It just seems, and you've drafted him at his ceiling. It seems absolutely madness to me. I don't get it.
Yeah, no.
And I won't be buying him at 24. I don't think he'll go at 24 in any league we're drafting him. So,
no, I think he falls. I think he falls a little bit deeper, but he'll still go round 4 or 5. That's just the way it is. That's just the way somebody will be a buy.
He isn't a good player. It's just that for fantasy, I'd prefer other people.
Me too.
I'd love to see anyone in the comments tell me why you draft him at 24 and. I want to hear reasons because I can't.
I will absolutely take any bet on that I can pick a tight end that will fall outside the 10th round that will outproduce Mark Andrews this season. I absolutely
or similar numbers. So it's just
I can absolutely see that happening this year.
Right, there you go. I think you can see we're not big fans of Mark Andrews' ADP.
24. Mark. I know you've been trying to get hold of me, and I'm sure you'll be waiting for me outside. If I'm suffering
if he has,
bruises,
I'll draft him if that's what it takes. I'll draft him to come round and duff you up. So.
I'm sure you will.
I'll become a bigger fan of his there. I think that's fair enough, isn't it? All right. Well, thanks for your thoughts as always, Sean. If you've enjoyed the video, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe for more.
See you on the next one.